My bookshelves are overflowing and it's time I do something about these. I need to unhaul some books. So together we are going to try and find out what books I'm going to keep, unhaul some books. I am going to take them to some little libraries and you're going to come with me to the little libraries so you can see them. You are going to be my accountability of actually getting rid of these books at these little libraries. So these shelves are a nightmare. These shelves are a nightmare. Let's start. So my organizing system is based off of genre and then I've tried to put authors together. First of all, I have ACOTAR in a box set. So that's all together. That's all nice and looked after. But that didn't include A Court of Silver Flames. But of course they didn't come out with the smaller version to begin with. So I had the bigger version, which I have read. I've also got The Queen of Nothing. I don't have the rest of this series. I've just got the last book in the series. I enjoyed it at the time, but not enough now to keep the book. So I'm so sorry, Queen of Nothing, but you are going to be the first book I unhaul. That was just resting up there. So I have the big version of A Court of Silver Flames. Loved it, but it does not fit in with the rest of my ACOTAR books. I'm going to unhaul this one as well. Then I have some books up here as well. This is the God's Grave series. I have not heard anyone on Book Talk, Booktube really talk about these. This series, I put them all three. I have not read these. I have not read them. I've had them since I started building my collection of books. I was recommended these books by someone in the bookstore. They said that they were really good. They named their cat after one of the characters. I remember that so well, having this conversation. And I have not read them. I've probably had them for about 5 years. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to them. I'm going to put these on the maybe. If you tell me that I should read this series, I will read them and I'll do like a reaction. But at the moment, these are a maybe. I want to get around to reading them, but at this stage, it just hasn't happened yet. And then I have my Fourth Wing series. It's kind of broken up by this little thing here. So I've got those there. And then down here, I've got a little pin that I was given when I bought the second Crescent City book. And a little like extra exclusive chapter which came in this little tiny booklet from the third Crescent City book. So that's there. It is currently broken up, but the first two down here, and then I have my Throne of Glass series. Obviously, I'm not going to touch any of these. These are all very, very beloved. I'm nearly finished my reread of Throne of Glass. Make You Happen by Jordana Levin. This is a manifestation book and I don't know if I'm going to really keep this. I read this ages ago. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna unhaul it. Arcana Academy, I just finished this. Just finished it and it was so good. Really enjoyed it. The magic system is incredible. It's talking about like it's a tarot magic system and each different card gives you a different magical ability. It is a series. There will be more. I am going to keep this obviously, but I need to find a home within here. So I think I'll reorganize my bookshelf once I've gotten rid of some of these books and go from there. The Serpent and Dove series. I have finished this series. I didn't really like it. I liked the first book. But then after that, I kind of just finished it. Oh, wow. I still have a bookmark in here. I haven't actually finished the series. Wow, I thought I had. Wow, this is an old bookmark. That's how long it's been since I've read this. I am only up to page 148 in the second book. I thought I'd finished the series. Wow. So maybe I do need to keep this so I can finish it. I cannot remember what happens in the first book. I can't even give you any indication of what's going on. So I should probably keep this then. I was thinking that I was going to unhaul the series, but I haven't even finished it. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe I should get rid of it. Let's put it back on the bookshelf for now. If you have read the series and think that I should finish it, please tell me. Then we're kind of going into a weird kind of element. So we've got When the Moon Hatched. I've tried to start this book a couple of times and I've never been in the right headspace for it. I am a massive mood reader, so if my heart's not in it, my heart's not in it. So we're gonna keep that. Then we've got the Complete Whisper series. This is a annotated book by one of my friends. We bought books for each other, read them, and then annotated them. I'm obviously going to keep this because it's got her annotations in it. So definitely keeping that one. Then we have Cursebound. This is the larger edition. I read the first book earlier this year and then bought the second book, but don't have the first book. I will have to get the first one, but I have not read the second book yet, so definitely keeping that. I bought this one recently. It's called The Curse, Succeed or Die by Bronwyn Evelyn, and yeah, this is a recent purchase, but I just have not gotten around to it, so keeping that one. I have the first Magnolia Parks book. I ended up finishing this series by audiobook, but I only have the first one. I don't know if I'm going to purchase the rest of the series, so I have the physical copies. So I'm going to keep it for now, and I prefer these covers too. This, I don't know what the difference is. This is the newer ones, and I prefer this cover. So definitely keeping that one. Metal Slinger. I loved this book so much. One of my favorite reads for 2024. I now have the physical copy of this, so I'm excited to have this. I'm obviously not going to unhaul this. I'm keeping this. Finding Mr. Right. This is also a new book. I haven't read it yet. I'm really excited to read this, and I will read it eventually, but just not yet. So we've got that one. And then I have my Harry Potter collection. I'm obviously not going to get rid of any of these. I have started collecting the old covers. I have actually 2 of Philosopher's Stone. So one is in hardcover and one is in paperback. I found these in some secondhand bookstores and have the newer editions from Prisoner of Azkaban onwards. That's that. And then I have a little pop socket of the old covers. Another Crescent City like badge. I don't know how I end up with all of these badges, but I just do. Okay. Six of Crows. I really enjoyed this. I read it ages ago. I read it when it was very much talked about. I have no inclination to continue on with the series. So for that reason, I'm unhauling because I feel like someone else will just enjoy this. I don't think I'm going to pick it up again. I'm just not going to continue on reading it, and I'm not going to do a reread, so someone else will enjoy it. Exciting Times by Noels Dolan? I thought this was a very weird book. I completely did not understand most of what was happening when I was reading it and thought the main character was really weird. I just didn't really enjoy it. I'm not going to do a reread. Maybe someone else will enjoy it, so for that reason I'm unhauling. Everyone say hi to Sylvie. She is my little rescue kitty. She's 5. She's not really a kitty, but Secret History by Donna Tartt. I have started to read this book and I've gotten about 50% way through multiple times. I cannot for the life of me finish this book. I just get so bored and I pause it, put it down, and then I never pick it back up again. And I tried to read this when I thought I was a dark academia girly. Maybe I will enjoy dark academia in the future, but it's just not for me. So for that reason, unhauling. Then I have The Conditions of Will. Obviously, I'm going to keep this. This is a recent buy and I absolutely loved it. This is a recent release of Jessa Hastings. I'm putting those together even though they're separated by the... And Elsie Silver, Reckless. I literally bought this today. Definitely not unhauling. Once Upon a Broken Heart. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago. Have not picked it up. I think I will eventually, but for now it's just gonna stay. And then I have Icebreaker and Wildfire. I read Icebreaker when it first came out. Loved it. This is what started my ice hockey romance obsession. But then I just haven't continued on with the series. I have reread Icebreaker, but just haven't continued on with the series. I probably will eventually. I've heard mixed reviews about the series, so it is what it is. A whole heap of bookmarks and like pins and everything. So a little Cassian. My Cassian bookmark from Book of the Week. and yeah, just random bookmarks that I've picked up over the years. My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I've heard many, many, many good things about this book, just have not picked it up yet. Will I ever read this? I have no idea. I have no idea if I will ever read this book. And I don't... That's why I've kept it for so long. I've had this for so long. When it was doing its round on BookTok and BookTube, I grabbed it, but I'm so terrified of reading it. I think I need to read it in small dosage over a long period of time and read books in between, like different elements of it, so I'm not massively depressed when I read it. So I don't know. Is it worth it? If you have read A Little Life, please tell me if it's worth it. I need your thoughts and opinions. It's a maybe now. It's a maybe. I'll take it off the bookshelf. Sally Rooney, Normal People and Conversations with Friends. I have read Normal People, have not read Conversations with Friends. I bought both of these before I'd read a single Sally Rooney book. I think I bought them because they were like the same covers. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. I didn't actually love Normal People. I thought it was weird and I hated the ending. So these are maybes. I think I might unhaul them. I don't know if I'm a Sally Rooney girl. From what I've heard, you either love her or hate her, and for that reason, I'm not sure. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. My friend actually borrowed this from me and read it, and she read the end while she was in a remote cabin that had no service, and she was by herself because her boyfriend was meeting her there but hadn't arrived yet. And from what she has said about that experience, it has put me off reading this, but I still have it. I think I am going to keep it because I will get to it eventually. Milk Fed. Cannot tell you what this book is about. I saw it in a bookstore and just was like, that seems interesting, and bought it. So for that reason, I think I'm going to unhaul it because I don't think I will enjoy this. So bye-bye. I have 2 copies of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I think I got this because it was really, really pretty. It had the sprayed edges, and then this is just the regular paperback. I'm going to unhaul the paperback because I do not need 2 copies of this book. Not enough to love it, not enough to keep it in my very limited bookshelf. So for that reason, keeping the hardcover, getting rid of the paperback. Someone else will enjoy it. I have read this, obviously, but I really enjoyed it, but it's not my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I think there are other better ones of hers, so I'm unhauling it. The rest of the books that I have from Taylor Jenkins Reid's is Malibu Rising, Atmosphere, which is her new release, and Carrie Center is back. I am keeping all of them because I loved them. Abby Jimenez's book, Just for the Summer, keeping that, obviously. It's one of my favorite books of 2024, and I have done a reread this year after not even a year of reading it. Book Lovers, oh, that's out of order. Daisy Jones and the Six, obviously keeping that. Very out of order. This is where it gets really, really hard because I have 2 Elsie Silver books down here. I don't have the complete Chestnut Springs series and don't have the complete Rose Hill series. I've just got the last couple of books. And then for Emily Henry books, I have Book Lovers, Beach Read, Happy Place, and Great Big Beautiful Life. Obviously keeping all of those. My camera battery went flat, so I am so sorry for that. I did have enough time to do some press-on nails, so ignore these. Next is my classics. Now, I do have a bit of Jane Austen, and I have some double ups of Sense and Sensibility, Sense and Sensibility, Sense and Sensibility. I think I need to narrow down what I've got. I think I'm going to give, I don't know which one to keep. I love this cover. This is such a cute cover, but it's the only one that I've got. I do not have any other classics with these covers. So I either need to keep these Penguin Classics because I've got Dracula in that one, or these ones. These are from QBD and I have not seen them anywhere else. I'm sure you can find them elsewhere, but I've got Northanger Abbey. I don't know how to pronounce that. In the same. So I feel like I need to at least keep these together, but I'm going to get rid of these 2. I'm going to get rid of this. I so desperately want to keep the Sense and Sensibility It's so cute. I'm going to get rid of this one, keep this one. Then we have my cloth bound classics. So I have Emma, Pride and Prejudice, the Sonnets and the Lover's Complaint by William Shakespeare, Alice Adventures in Wonderland, Moby Dick, Little Women, Dracula. And then in my orange classics, I have The Great Gatsby, Wuthering Heights, The Picture of Dorian Gray, and Meditations. And then in this tiny little one is Emily Dickinson, My Life Had Stood a Loaded Gun. I haven't actually read this. Classic, that's the only one that I'm going to be getting rid of because this is a growing collection and I do want to expand on it. So I'm not getting rid of any of these other ones and I have no other double ups. Then we are getting to some of my other classics and my non-fiction. So I have the Mind Gut Immune Connection, keeping that one. Atomic Habits. I think I'm going to unhaul this because I have read it a couple of times and I feel like this is a very popular book, so I'm sure whoever comes across it will love it. In the Flow, this is all about periods and the menstrual cycle and cycle syncing and everything. I'm keeping this. This was a Christmas present. Instagram for Dummies. This was a funny Kris Kringle gift from one of my old work colleagues, so keeping this one because it was a gift. And I think it's funny as a social media like marketer that I have Instagram for Dummies. I have a tarot book, 101 Essays That Will Change Your Life, Anne Boyle, 500 Years of Files, Daily Stoic, and then I have some more classics. Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, Animal Farm. This was very weird, but such an interesting read. If you haven't read this, recommend just for the lols, just for the plot. Just do it once. Just do it once. And then King Lear by William Shakespeare. I did have a Shakespeare class in uni. I do have some Shakespeare. Jane Eyre. If you scroll back, one of my first videos from like 3 or 4 years ago is doing a reading vlog of this back in like high COVID times. We were in lockdown here in SA and I read this, and there's a reading vlog if you want to go check out. Very young me. It's only like 3 or 4 years ago, but that one. War and Peace. I have actually started this. Oh, yep, here's my bookmark. I got up to page 25, which is insane because probably one of the biggest books I've ever read. Well, ever owned. How many pages is it? I think it's like 1,200 pages. 1,200 pages. I will eventually read it someday. Obviously not unhauling any of these so far. Then we've got the rest of my Shakespeare. A Winter's Tale, Hamlet, A Midsummer's Night Dream, King Henry V, and Othello. These were all books from my Shakespeare class. Definitely keeping all of those. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just double stack these on here because they will not fit. Okay, we are unhauling Sense and Sensibility, Atomic Habits, paperback version of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Secret History, Exciting Times, 6 of Crows, Make You Happen, A Court of Silver Flames, Queen of Nothing, Normal People, Conversations with Friends, Milkfed. That is 11 books that I am unhauling, which is a lot. So I will be taking these to little libraries. If you don't know what little libraries are, is that they are little community boxes all around the place here in Australia, especially in South Australia. I don't know how popular they are, you know, nationwide, but there is heaps here in Adelaide. So I'm going to be taking these, putting them in, stocking them up for people to come past and take them. I don't know if I will be taking any books because it's like a book exchange, it's a book swap. So you can put in a book, take a book. If I come across anything that I really, really want, I will take it, but I'm probably going to at least like give 3, take 1, because I want to make sure that I have books in here that I love and that I'm going to read, and going to be really, really like hesitant to add books if I don't think I'm going to read them. My cat has the zoomies, so I'm so sorry if you can hear her in the background. I am going to be doing the little libraries tomorrow, and you will see that in the next clip. Hello, hi, and welcome. It is the next day, and today we are going to drop off the books to the little libraries. It's in 2 bags. They're not completely full, but I have bagged them up, and we are going to go to the little libraries and drop these off. I am not going to grab any other books. I am not going to grab any other books because my shelves are looking so good. So I'm happy with where they're at, and I don't think I need to add to them unless it's a book that I really, really love. But I'm probably not going to grab any, but it's fine. So let's go to the next book library. Okay, I have just arrived to the first location, and it's a very tiny little one, and it is full. So and it's at a church, so I'm going to be careful with what book I put in there. Although I don't think anything is too crazy. Let's do Sense and Sensibility and The Secret History. I don't even know if they will fit into this tiny little box. Maybe I'll grab a couple if there's anything in there that I like, but it was very, very full, as you will see. But let's go take these 2. Okay, second location. I had a quick look, and this one is a lot emptier than the last one. So I think we'll be able to fit a few into this one. So I'm thinking 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Exciting Times, and let's go one more, and Atomic Habits. I think these 3 should do it. Okay, let's go. Third location now, and this one is How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm gonna go with Milk Fed. These 2, I don't know if both of these will fit, but we're gonna try. It's very full, you'll see. I am now back home after visiting the little libraries. I can only visit about 3 and put books into them because I went to the others in my neighborhood and they were all full. I could not fit a single book into those little libraries. So I am either going to try again in a couple of weeks' time to see if they've emptied, or next time I'm in a different area, drop them off. So they're still in my car, but I wanted to get this video to you so you can see it and you can, use this as a sign to go through your books to see if there's any that, you can unhaul, give back to the community. If you liked this video, I hate to do this, but please like it, give me a little comment, subscribe to my channel if you want to keep seeing content like this. It really, really helps me. Yeah, I would love to keep continuing making this kind of content for you. So if you have any other ideas of what you want to see from me, please let me know. But until next time, see ya.